The Harry Potter series sold more than 500 million copies. And unless there is some spell I'm unaware of, J.K. Rowling did not make her fortune with magic. For many, it was a mix of skill, persistence, and luck. And well, I've got to agree, but only if we had another great dose of marketing. And it is true that when I put my marketing lens, I tend to see marketing everywhere. But it's not a coincidence that I've been able to see a marketing genius behind J.K. Rowling's success. She has followed a set of principles that make her marketing work better than most companies. So in this video, we'll take a look and rewind back in time to see exactly what made J.K. Rowling successful and what marketing principles we can learn from her. Chapter 1. Don't be afraid of marketing. There is a certain perception that creatives don't need marketing. After all, their job is writing the book, producing the movie, or composing the song. And that might have worked for some characters in history. But nowadays, it's a gamble. Austin Kleon, the author of Show Your Work, says it best. It's not enough to be good. In order to be found, you have to be findable. And take a look at J.K. Rowling. Even after selling millions of copies, she wasn't afraid of promoting her work. She created Pottermore, a digital platform with blog posts, quizzes, and so much more about the wizardry world. Was it necessary? Well, I don't know, probably not. But it was a great marketing move that showed how loyal she is to her fans. As she said, I wanted to give something back to the fans that have followed Harry Potter so devotedly over the years, and to bring the stories to a new generation. Chapter 2. Give them what they want. What do you do after publishing 7 books and a total of 4,100 pages? You stop. Yeah, but J.K. Rowling didn't stop at the 7th book. Instead, she built an empire with movies, toys, video games, and so much more. And she knew that her fans wanted more than just the books. And I have a confession to make. I loved the books, but they were simply not enough for me. I had to buy the wands, I had to buy the Funko Pops, the DVDs, fancy books that I had to save for Christmas, and so much more. See, she simply made it easy for people to buy into her world. So if your audience keeps asking you for something, or they are clearly giving you the signs that they prefer this over this, then you should pay attention to it and probably give it to them. Does this mean selling your soul? Well, absolutely not. This means listening and caring deeply about your audience's problems, while being authentic to your mission, your vision, and your values. Chapter 4. Story sells. Now, let's be honest for a moment here. The Harry Potter series is absolutely brilliant. The stories, the character, the pacing, that's surreal. But yeah, you might argue, right, but isn't the goal of any fiction book to play with those 3 factors? And the answer is yes, but there is something more. Harry Potter is a brand, and it doesn't just sell the story of a kid living in the cupboard under these stairs. It sells an entire new world. And that's exactly what a great brand does, creating a world where a group of people belong. And this is more than having a recognizable logo or name. It's an emotional connection that you create with a story and the elements around it that make something meaningful. And when you create something like this, your audience has a reason to believe in what you create, something to be a part of, and as a consequence, you have a story that sells. This is how the author of the book Marketing Public Relations puts it. The Harry Potter case illustrates the unique form of marketing in which the firms that initiate the message win because they get the word out about their work. Those that deliver the message win because it draws the public to their information outlet. And the consumers win because they gain access to the information they crave. Chapter 5. Test, fail, and get up. There is power in knowing what you don't know. At least that's how Adam Grant puts it in his book, Think Again. J.K. Rowling was probably aware she didn't know much about the publishing industry or how to get a book selling millions of copies. But that doesn't mean she gave up. In fact, Harry Potter was rejected by 12 publishers before being published. See, J.K. Rowling had what most marketers need: the willingness to put it out there, to experiment, and have the guts to fail. This might mean posting a YouTube video and getting 9 views, all coming from your own devices, or sending a sales email that gets you 0 sales. So what? It comes down to persistence and the ability to pivot and change when things are not working, until you finally get it. And then you repeat the process over and over again. But in the meantime, you can expect to become a better person, a more resilient professional with a stronger passion for learning. Now, I don't know about you, but I remember waking up at 6 a.m. during school just to finish reading The Deathly Hallows. Reading these books was a true experience. And this is no different than marketing any other brand that sells a remarkable experience. I still get excited about buying a new Apple product after 10 years of buying their stuff. And for me, this is marketing done right. It's not just a product, it's all the elements that also come with it, from the website copy to the packaging. And so the question remains, is J.K. Rowling the best marketer ever? I don't know, I will let you decide. But only after watching this marketing strategy from Coca-Cola.